Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome to Civ 3 World War II. Alright. Yeah, I guess we're right back to skipping turns again. I'm okay with that. So hopefully this turn, or this episode, I'll be able to actually take out America completely. That would be pretty cool. Right, it doesn't matter. Whole stack, just get moving. It's whatever. Nothing matters anymore. I'll always take more 88s because they're fun and powerful. You can stay there. It's whatever. This must be what it's like when you're in the waning days of a presidency, and you've been voted out or you can't be voted in again. The lame duck, I'm pretty sure they call it. This must be what it feels like. It's just like you're treading water, even though in that instance, you know, you won, but still. The principle sort of applies. Okay, we can't even hit anyone here. What's going on with that? Up here. Okay, these guys can hit people. I guess I probably should have cleared that thing out first. Whatever, though. Fairly certain there's no way... We might be able to get Quebec this turn. Hold on. I just noticed that. There's an empty spot here, and I'm pretty sure that's just... No, that's forest. Oh, well. So then, yeah, there's no way we're getting Quebec this turn also. That's okay, though. We'll tear through them regardless. Like I've said, they have no way of defending themselves. You just look at the map. So much of Canada is now gray. Mostly because it's got a lot of wide open spaces. So when you take one city, it really shows up there. That's how America is in the center. There's actually, it's reasonably tightly clustered on the west. It's very tightly clustered on the east, but you get into the, like, Nebraska and Kansas and the Dakotas, and you've got, like, 2 cities that cover the entire central third of America. Which isn't really accurate. There's a lot more people in that region than it appears. It's just relatively speaking to, like, you know, the East Coast, and frankly, the West Coast. It's not nearly as many. That's because people don't... I don't think people often actually pay attention to how many folks there are in certain places in the world. Like, I believe the number... Do I not have any fighters or anything to actually get an eye out here? Oh, there we are. I believe the number is somewhere around like 70% or more of humans on Earth live within 10 miles of a major coastline. And by major coastline, that means a river large enough to sail in that goes straight to the ocean, or the ocean itself, or a sea that connects directly to the ocean, like the Mediterranean or the Baltic. And it's the majority of humanity is basically who lives in those areas. We are going to attack this guy directly, so I can move my planes afterwards. Should be good. Let's use this to kill that guy. I should have done that first, but I didn't. Our standard panzers should be able to handle this. Actually, let's use these guys. I got a bunch of them. It took so long for my newer units to filter in. Okay, that's the standard artillery. I couldn't tell if it was an offensive or not. I'm not sure if offensives can actually bombard you when you attack them, since they're a one-use and then they die thing. I'm pretty sure they function more like a ballistic missile, which does not bombard you. But I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's no way we can actually make this work. Right? Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Well, that's depressing. Whatever, though. I forgot, I had 87 Bs in Ottawa. My bad. Oh, battles. Right. Alright, well, we're gonna seize Milwaukee. We'll hammer Duluth. That's probably where I'll want to fly all of my newer guys. That'll give us good coverage of the rest of Canada, I think. Barring their northernmost cities. Excellent. More dang infantry. And of course I can't take Bismarck this turn, which is depressing. There's a part of me that was hoping they were just going to take all their guys and flee the city for some reason, because the enemies do that sometimes. Like, the AI is not the smartest, and it'll just have them evacuate in the middle of really dangerous situations. For reasons that I have not yet figured out. Oh, cool. We did it. Yeah, and then there's Great Falls. Okay, let's go battles back on... Actually, no, not yet. Let's just make sure we can take all of these before we actually go forward. Really? That'll do. Just kill him. Thank you. Yeah, we'll let an infantry do it. Boom! That gives us Milwaukee. Okay, but I don't have that here. Do I have 88s up here? I do. And they can't reach either. Dang it. I know they're not really here to bomb. But they did pretty good there, if I'm being honest. Okay, they can hit. We immediately get shot down. There we go. And Great Falls. These two dang cities here are going to be a problem. Great Falls and Calgary both. We'll win, obviously, but they're going to be annoying. Okay, now our battles are on. Let's get this over with. Excellent. I think they've only got 2 of them here. There we go, that's what we like to see. Okay. Oh, that was their whole move. Right, because it's right, the terrain is terrible. Alright. Yeah, let's use these guys. We'll use, do I have a 3E here? No, it's 3Gs only. Wipe that out. Thank you. He might die. Let's use this one first. There we go. That leaves them with just a few men. Guy's injured, but we might as well use him. I'll use them to clean up weaker units if we see any. Because I want our train to keep moving. Oh. Yeah, I was hoping that we would actually push the terrain far enough, but I don't believe there's any way we can get at their city this turn from this angle. Or any angle, really. They just have good coverage. Oh well. Let's see, these guys... Sure, that'll work. I can't remember where I was putting them, but we're going to take them. And they're going to go here as well. Okay. How many guys is this? Decent number. A few British infantry are there. I can't remember how many guys are here, so let's keep the 6s here, just in case we get legitimately attacked in a way that properly threatens us. Honestly, though, you know what? You stay here. The rest of you guys move. You too. And we'll just bomb them. I expected that guy to put himself down, but he is not, so... A yoink. Okay, and then this army will keep moving. Let's go back to our planes. So these guys, what can they hit from here, if anything? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all too short. They can hit Bismarck. Not that it really matters, but I guess that's better than nothing. I got some over here. If we really need to hit Quebec, we can. Yeah, I might as well fly them into Duluth, right? Right, and that's where we're piling up our 88s. And pretty much everything else. I don't think we can catch that guy. Maybe if I send one of these out. Why not? Let's make sure he doesn't get away. Okay. You healthy ones. We'll keep moving. Yeah, we'll try to hit Thunder Bay. Those are all 3 H's, so are these. 5, 5. Well, why don't I just drop one of these here, because they can't reach this spot, right? We'll take this stug. That'll just go there. And then these guys, yeah, they'll all go here. There we go. I think this is the only injured one. Yeah, because everything else is infantry there. Alright, well I wasn't as able to make progress as fast as I would have liked. But we're getting there. We haven't even gone up into Canada yet and moved my forces that are there. It's mostly just bombing folk. Honestly, I might just move my 87Bs. I don't know if they can hit Prince Albert from our new position. I'll have to double check. If they can, I think I'm going to use them for that. And I just have to make sure my 88s are in position to hit all of the like baseline Canadian cities that we're up against, because I've got like 4 that we're poised to take. If I can snatch all of them at once, that's going to that'll be it. Then it'll just be a few more turns of like chasing down the remnants. Yeah, these guys, I've got a pile of 88s in here. I've got more over here, so I think that side's good. We're going to keep just funneling them into Duluth for now. Yeah, we're up on top of that. We've got troops at Quebec. Those two, Regina's the one that's still going to take some time. Here, just come up here for now. Ouch. Battle's off. Let's just blow up that Spitfire. Can't have any of those hanging around, you know? Boy, we're not doing great on this city. We've missed it like 30 times in a row. What's going on here? When we do hit it, we don't hit it very hard. Yeah, it is in the middle of a grassland. I don't know what's going on. Just a bad run, I guess. Looks like they've only got 2 Matildas and a single infantry, though. Maybe some militia beneath that, but militias aren't a problem. Thought I had... Oh, yeah. Not the infantry. Ew. There we go. Are they within 4? I guess let's just see. You better believe it. I don't have that many guys in this convoy. I forgot I brought a Messerschmitt with them just to spot stuff. I'm going to knock their population under 6, just in case I have to actually do landing attacks. Want it to be as easy as possible. There we go. Doesn't matter for you, or you. None of you were getting onto the field. Ever. Oh yeah, let's take a look now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Prince Albert's out of range. Although we can hit the radar tower. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. Because, you know, why not? Let's just make our lives easier. It doesn't matter anymore. They can't actually do anything. Oh, I should have used that. I didn't know I had a Messerschmitt 262 here already. Then I could have seen it in action for once. Okay, well, we killed whatever was there. I'm just going to injure these dudes real quick. And then I think I'm going to use my injured tank to finish him. Oh, Calgary's not even completely beaten down yet. Let's do that. Yeah, I think it's going to be York Factory that takes us the longest to capture. Hopefully next turn I'll have some troops headed towards Shefferville. But it probably won't be that many, because they don't have well-established roads, and I can't get men up there very fast. I could see what it takes, though. Actually, you know what? You know what I could do? Is I can try to bomb Prince Albert down to a single population, and then rush my way to a airport, and then just drop folks onto York Factory. Now, that's still too far from Prince Albert, actually. I'd have to do it elsewhere. I could try to do it in Thunder Bay, but that's a big city, and we've already got a bunch of targets down there, so I might just ignore that. We can hit Prince Albert next turn as well. They can kill! Messerschmitt 262s can kill men on the ground. Now we have confirmation of that. I thought they could. I was pretty sure that's what I saw before. They're just terrible at it because their bombardment is so low. Why them? That's like such a useless feature for this super fighter to have because it's got terrible bombardment. Its bombard is worse than any other fighter I've ever used. I guess I could use it to draw out a militia, though. Alright, I may have to cut some stuff out there. There was a lot of noise just now. We'll see. Oftentimes I don't even remember to do it. I just remembered, this is their capital too. Good for them. Let's make sure it's as beaten down as it can be. They don't have air defenses here. At all. Or a road on that. Oh, well, that was easy. Must be guarded by like one of those terrible tank brigades or something. Alright, well, we may as well pummel Regina, too. It'll be a little easier next turn for us to move our planes into range of Prince Albert, if we've already started in on these. If I own this spot here, I still cannot get them in one turn. Okay, so there's no way we're getting Regina next turn either. There may be some more noise right now. My son's very unhappy about something. Very unhappy about something. He's at that age now. He's about 2. He is 2 now. Which is, of course, the age where kids start wanting lots of stuff that they can't have. Every time he's told no, he doesn't take it very well. But what can you do? You know, let's knock this guy down to 5 just to make sure he can't get back up to 7 and I forget it before next turn. Because I'm pretty sure there's enough food around there for them to very quickly replenish their forces. And I don't even know what sort of security is in Regina. I'd assume not much, given that there was no plane and, like, a really weak unit guarding their radar tower, but we're going to hit it hard regardless. So there will be probably continued thumping, I guess, in the background. It sounds like people are slamming doors and stuff like that, so that's probably a thing that's going to be going on. Trying to hurry this up, because there are some people over right now, and they're not the quietest. I'm going to keep bombing this until its population drops to 5, I guess. Alright, that's at least down to the next level. Let's just I guess it doesn't matter at this point, does it? It's not like we're going to be attacking them next turn, so they're going to grow regardless. Yeah, that's good, probably. Sure, we still injured someone. I'm not too worried about it. I want to try and kill that militia. Got him. Alright. Everyone into Duluth. All of them. Actually, you can stay there for now. You too. We're gonna have a big ol' air force here. The entire Luftwaffe is gathering, pretty much. Except, you know, not at all, because I have a lot more planes. Could you imagine if all 1,200 were... or is it 2,200? Were just gathered in one location, like that? We could output some serious damage. We'll put these ones up in Montreal. I've got a bunch already. Doesn't matter, just come up here, it's whatever. Nothing matters anymore. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back now. Hopefully there'll be a little less sound, but probably not, if I'm being honest. Let's just, yeah, just fortify, whatever. None of this matters. You guys park. Actually, no, let's not have them park, because if they park there, then I'm not going to have an easy out for the guys in Gibraltar, so we might as well just do it this way. Can we do it all at once, guys? Oh, those are new. Yeah, you folks, you can come over here. Oh, not Vancouver, sorry. Prince Rupert. That works. Yeah, you workers are completely irrelevant at this point. Just everyone sit still. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Let's not forget this. Alright. Chances are they're going to send something out to try and kill him, but... well, maybe not, actually, given that they're pretty isolated. But if they do, that's okay. I don't know why I'm working here and not there. But whatever, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, at this point, we're just speed running this to the end. I have more than enough tanks on the front lines. Okay. Yeah, next turn. Let's get this over with. Ah, just too little, too late. Oh. Oh, I forgot to turn battles on. My bad. Doesn't matter. I mostly keep that on so that I can spot any enemy planes. Is America going to make me... Ah, they're going to move all of their units now, including the ones from Out of the Darkness, just to make me have to sit here and watch it. Well, at least they don't seem to be able to move far, so I'm not going to have to watch them all take long strides or anything, but that's annoying. One last, I guess, glorious turn of frustrating me to death. No, that's okay. I can get frustrated to death. They're busy getting shot to death. This will be over soon. Bismarck is going to fall, and with it, the last glimmer of green on the map. Interesting that green is the color chosen for America. It seems wrong to me. Gray for Germany makes complete sense. I get why they used blue for Britain. I guess they have the historical precedent, too. But I don't know, I feel like... I'm thinking about it, yellow works for Italy, I guess. You can't have the USSR not be red, but, like... I guess that just leaves America with no other option? Because it'd be probably red or blue, right? I defer to blue, but it's hard to say that it couldn't be one of those. Guess because our soldiers, we wear green? I don't know. What you guys doing? Thanks, I guess, for clearing out. This seems like the most nonsensical decisions they could make. Hey, they did actually kill him. That's a surprise to me. And they're actually using their resources to build these trashy tanks. That militia's out of there for some reason. Oh, did they set up a new radar tower near Regina? He's going to garrison it. So they're swapping out. It could be that. It looks like they got a road from Prince Albert to Regina, though, so that's interesting. Japan, of course. You know, maybe I'll try to sneak another episode, or another turn in. This might be a long episode. We could get a lot done, though. And then depending on what it looks like, I might just have the next episode be, I'll just play ahead on my own until I'm on top of their cities. If I've taken everything that actually matters, and we're just going to be, you know, slowly approaching, then I might just try to speed that up. We'll see. I want to get to next turn. I want to get this next turn over with and then see how we're looking. Sure. Get out. They hadn't even moved their units yet. So I was a little premature, because of course, why would they do that first? Still a waste of your time, man. Don't know why you do that. Yeah, nothing matters. I might as well not even manage what I have. We ended the resistance in Great Falls a turn after taking it. They're still building Panzer... Oh, Panzer 4H. Right. I thought that was a Panzer 3H. I'm so glad that one of my people who follows this series, one of my subscribers who follows this series pretty closely, took the time to tell me about the rally point or the rally system in this game. The fact that I can tell stuff to just by default go to certain locations. That is so very helpful, and I would never have known about that otherwise. And it has really sped the game up. I don't know who these guys are or why they're here. What I do know is I want to take Quebec. Actually, yeah, what else are these guys going to do? Quebec's the only thing they can bomb. So we'll use them to do that, and then we'll try to finish stuff off with the 87Bs in Montreal. I'm assuming there's going to be 2 guys in Wolf Bay, because they will have either rushed or drafted, or both, which could give them more than 2. Either way, I've got ships to bombard everyone down to 1 hit point. Come on, hit the guy. Okay, I'm tired of this. Move up. You, 87Bs. Start killing. Really? Wow, there's a bunch of them in here. What is going on here? Why are they trying to force me to look at certain groups? Good. Alright, Wolf Bay is ours. And yeah, they certainly do not have a road that goes down to anything. Fortunately, they do have a road that goes up here. Get moving. Yeah, we're just going to pile our ships in. If they do pose a threat, they won't for long. There we go. That should keep them safe. Now, can I use my 87Bs, or are you going to still get in my way? Oh my word. No, we're not at that turn yet. So, we're doing this thing. There we go. Okay, that was the most important target there. Now let's kill that guy, just so he doesn't get away from us. Boy, this city just continues to be a thorn in my side. It's a nightmare to take this thing. There we go. That's in good enough position. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to tank that. And we're going to start hitting Musuni. Musani? I think it's Musani. So have we now deprived the enemy of their Britain from there? I don't think they have any more Britain. No, they still got Britain there. I gotta take that from them too. And that should... I think they can still produce Matildas without that, but they need oil, and they don't have oil. But it will cut off their supply of British infantry. And I think any form of Spitfires, which they shouldn't be able to build anyway, but sometimes it appears they are. I'm not sure about their weaker tanks, if they can still build those or not. They probably can with, you know, tin, but... There we go. We got a pile of 88s in here. More than enough for whatever minuscule stuff Shefferville's got to defend it. So I think the rest of these guys are good. They're just... They're gonna stay here. Okay. Now, over here. There's a lot of stuff here. It's probably a waste to even use those. But it's not like I'll really lose anything anyway. Oh, that's in range of our 87Bs also. I didn't even notice that. Did they execute the guy out here? Yes, they did. I figured they would. Okay. They're done. Oh, there was an interceptor here. I thought we cleared this. Whatever. We're doing it now. Whatever. This thing's not in hills. It's just in the grass. Might as well make it a little easier, though. If I actually... Why not? I have the planes to do it. We'll beat down its population of 1, so that if I do want to throw up an airport, now I can. Okay, can my Dorniers see Regina? We can. Excellent. Okay. And now we'll go over here. Yeah, we can use these on those guys at least. Are there workers on there, or are those guards? Those are workers. Okay. Yeah, we'll beat them down just a little bit. That way, my 262s might be able to kill one. Okay, that's it for you. Let's beat down Calgary the rest of the way. Okay. I kind of want to use my 87Bs on these guys. Here's what we'll do. We'll turn on battles, we'll take Calgary, and then we'll see where our lines fall. Because I don't want these guys to reinforce Regina. So if I can kill them beforehand, which I may be able to, but I might not. We'll see. I'm just going to take these cities. Hopefully. Oh, that's a 3E. No need to waste one of those, or use one of those. That'll do it. Oh yeah, it certainly looks like there's no way I can get at this guy fast. We'll see. Let's see what happens when I take Calgary. If I take Calgary. They are in the hills. But I have a much bigger army behind, so if we can take this, we can facilitate the movement of the other guys. There we go. Yeah, still no way to get to that one guy. Alright, so we'll leave him be. Yeah, these guys will all fly over here. So will these, to make sure we can actually hit York Factory. Hopefully we can hit York Factory from there. Yeah, it's way too far away for that. Okay, well, are battles still on? They are. So let's push the rest of this. Not really what I want to happen right now. Just pile them up there. Take it. And I think that's it for them. Alright. America's out of the picture. I didn't even know I had these guys already here, in position with full movement. But we'll take advantage of it. Yeah, can't even hit Regina from the back. You know, I see that thing. What is this thing? Bombard of 45 and a rate of fire of 6. When did I get that? I do not remember ever getting that. I want the Messerschmitt 410. I don't know why you'd ever build that. That seems like a very significantly powerful bomber. Although it's got a shorter range than any other. Maybe that's why I never built it. Because I figured, even though it does have a 45 bombard, if I'm attacking things that are that... I don't know, maybe I should have used that. It is really expensive. There's that, I guess. Well, even though they do... Oh no, now I have the Britain. Cool. Thunder Bay, you're up. Oh, did they bombard us, but they just hit the Stug? That sucks for them. It's almost like it's the Stug's whole purpose, though. Oh, right, those are the 5. That's right, I forgot about that. I just moved them there. Boom. Thunder Bay. Yoinked right out from under them. Is the citizen resisting? Yes. Alright. This place next. I thought they had more in there. Wait, where were we? Right, because we just captured Winnipeg. Over here. Getting all turned around. Let's just execute this guy. They really want me to move these Junkers. Fine, I'll move the planes. It still doesn't matter. None of it matters. I don't want to move them yet. I'm still doing this. We got the Free Poland wonder, but it's gone now. That's strange. The Free Poland Wonder is what produced his Free Poland Infantry, I believe. I didn't know there was one named that. Free Poland Wonder. Wait a minute. F. Yeah, there is one. What do you know? Well, it's gone now. Can't help but notice that we also... I don't think we got the import from the Ottawa Wonder. Because it's gone. Yeah, the rest of these retained their wonders, I think. But that one lost its. Oh, no. Albany's doesn't have one either. Weird. Okay, yeah. York Factory is so far from everything else. What is up with that? Let's just move everyone up to as close as we can get, which is Thunder Bay. Fastest way is 7 turns out. My word. I just want to make sure the rest of my troops are moving where they need to be. These guys, there is no fast option. Just go up there, just in case. I might need them there. And these guys... Yeah, that seems to be the fastest route. Excellent. So we have armies headed towards every last city. Excellent. I'm just going to hold the fortify button down for everything. We're just going to try to push through. It'll only take a long time, like once, and then we'll quickly move through it, I think, in the future. But we do have some really big stacks, though. Like this one. Look at how unified North America looks now, though. Almost all of it is just one big color. We now own the coasts in full now as well. No one can get any ships produced or anywhere. I should take a look and see what, if Britain still has any ships at all. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to let this turn get to its conclusion. And then I'm going to, I'm just going to push this one all the way through this episode. We're going to end it. And by that I mean I'm just going to cut ahead. I'm not going to conquer any of the cities. I'm going to try to move on them as fast as I can. Well, maybe we'll take Regina, actually, before I end this particular recording. And then I'm just going to close in on the rest of everything. And hopefully, then I can just pick it up. We'll have troops on and surrounding all of the enemy cities. We won't actually take them off camera, and then I'll just come on camera and capture all of them at once. We'll just do that. Yeah, I already fortified most of those ships. Okay. Yeah, let's jump over to next turn. Got a spare tank? Where did that thing come from? I can't believe we're this close to the actual end. It's taken so long that it started to feel like it'd never get there. I knew I would. But it started feeling like you wouldn't, you know? Whatever. Where are you going now, man? There's nothing for you. Europe is just getting drowned in pollution, but it doesn't matter. Just think of the world peace, though. There wouldn't be peace for very long, actually. Hey, that's an actual 1944. I finally got a King Panzer on the field. That's pretty cool. Because immediately after this was done, well, frankly, before I ever got to this point, if I were Germany, I would have already curb-stomped Japan, Italy, and Finland. I kind of want to. Like, not just to complete the coverage of the whole map, but I'd like to actually fight Japan. They've got a lot of troops. They have a lot of ships. That'd be an interesting battle, I think. It'd be a short one. Because despite what they have, I outnumber them by such a massive margin that they'd never actually get anywhere. Wow, New York and Washington, we are quelling resistors in droves. Oh, well, I guess the people are just giving up because America's been conquered. They're done. That's basically what that means. The one I'm looking for is Thunder Bay. I want to clear the resistors out of there. Because I've got guys standing by to drop in. Okay. Let's get Regina captured so we can move on with our lives for now. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need you guys. Or you. You're who I need. They can hit York Factory from here. Good to know. Oh, I don't want that on. They built another... Okay, so they can somehow still build those things, even though I'm fairly certain they should not be able to. I want to as well. Autosave. Always renegotiate deals. I'm trying to find the one... Hold on, maybe I have to do it... Well, not from there. Not there either. Let me see. Contact governor. Production. No, that's not what I want to see. Manage production. Yes. All cities. Okay. I shouldn't have to worry about that anymore now. With animations off, hopefully we can speed run through this thing. Also, are you still in... Oh, I can't even... Okay, well, it's all done by alphabet here, so I should be able to find it pretty fast. Thunder Bay, still in resistance? Yes, you are. Whatever, just get them. Tear the city apart. Okay, that's it. Everyone else pile in. Oh yeah. You never know, they might have killed one. Conquer this sucker. You. Bam. Bam. Kill them all. Got it. Regina's ours. Okay, that's it for their lower places. They don't matter anymore. You guys don't matter anymore. Neither do you. One, two, three, four. Yeah. So they can't hit anything. Here, let's use... Not them, because they can't do anything. 87 Bs are pretty much retired from the war now. I'm piling these guys into Toronto so that I can just fortify them all there the following turn. There. And now, is there a thing here? It's Shift B. I guess for these guys it doesn't matter, because we're going to take this the following turn anyway. I do plan to use the auto-bombing feature, though, to hit the other cities. There. That's good enough for now. Do I have any of these guys left? Can you kill that for me, please? Probably not. I wasted my one actual hit. Yeah, that's too bad. Nothing can see up there, right? There's so many things in the city. Oh my word. I just want to click something. Yeah, that's as far as we can see. Not far enough. They don't have a fighter, though. Here, these are the ones that we're going to need to do this on. We're just going to try to do it so much that there's no chance we miss something. I'm going to have 3 of them constantly hit that spot. Yeah, they'll handle anything else that's up there on the following turns. That's not what I was trying to hit, but doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I feel like Owlman from that. Anyone who's ever seen Crisis on Two Earths, the animated movie, it's sort of a weird one, I gotta be honest. It's a weird Justice League movie, but there's an alternate Batman named Owlman, And his whole thing is just that he's discovered the multiverse, and he realizes that nothing matters because any decision you make in one universe is immediately mirrored in another universe, like the opposite decision, and every other variation of it that you could have ever possibly made. So nothing matters. It doesn't matter what you do because it was done differently elsewhere. Which is really the problem with the multiverse theory to begin with, is why even bother with anything in life, right? If it doesn't matter, and someone else is just already done differently, it changes nothing. But that's his whole thing, and so his idea is he figures out how to travel between the multiverses, finds out where the very first Earth is, and his idea is if he can blow it up with a bomb that he's built, then all of the others will be undone. And because the others are undone, he'll have made the only decision that matters, because it's the only one that actually carried through. Can I just... So that's kind of how I feel now every time I'm saying nothing matters. That's what I feel like. Okay, right, there's a big stack here. Fortify all of them. I don't know how many are here. Fortify you, though. Yeah, I mean... There's nothing much I can do to stop that guy. They cannot reach Shefferville. So let's just try to destroy that. These guys can. So let's start doing that. And once I have them auto-assigned, we're just going to try to sprint through this. I'm really hoping that the few stugs and infantry I've got here are enough. If they're not, we're going to have to wait forever for our other guys to get up here, but it's going to take forever to hit York Factory anyway, so it doesn't matter. How many more troops do they have? It's got 5 Matildas total. I see 2 there, I think there's 3. So at most, he's probably... And when I say 3, I mean I think there's a second one under that one. So I think at most he's got only 1 Matilda at each of the other 2 places. Given that that one just came rolling down, I don't know where it was before, but he may have left Shefferville without any Matildas. Okay, I think that's enough. Everyone else fortify. I can always wake people up if I need more. After this turn of fortification, I think we'll be able to rush through turns pretty fast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if I drop people from Thunder Bay, because I believe it's 7 is how far you can airdrop people. I don't think that gets us any closer, really, than the amount of time it'll take us to put in an airport to begin with. Like, by the time an airport's in there, I've quelled the resistor and an airport's down, I'm pretty sure the rest of my army will already be in position. Or at least close enough that it wouldn't have sped anything up. I might as well assign a few of them to it, just in case we missed something. Although it doesn't look like we did. I'm going to espionage them real quick just to double check, get this going by faster. Yeah, no, they got nothing there. Okay. Oh, not those guys. Thought I had them already moving. How many people are here? You know what I'm going to do actually first is... Where are they? This convoy. Here we go. I can't even get to them, can I? Nope. Yeah, whatever. That should be enough. They've got nothing over there. Let's just hurry through this. Wow, they're actually leaving again. I let them come so far that they... so far, you know, like 3 spaces. Did they figure it doesn't matter anymore? Nope, they're still coming. Never mind. I don't know what's going on with Japan. I don't know. I might not cut anything out. I mean, other than maybe some really noisy bits in the part where I wasn't here. This might just be a really long episode. I kind of like talking. I don't like editing. I haven't even noticed yet if they're still asking me to build stuff. Uranium's here now. Whoa, I just suddenly noticed. It's just popping up. We got our new tech, but I'm pretty sure it didn't give us anything. It just made uranium appear, but we still can't. I don't think it gave us any new builds. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, build a manufacturing plant. They're not asking me about it. That's awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, we're just quelling resistors in droves. Because people aren't fighting back anymore. And that makes sense. They'd have nothing to gain from it. Wow, American cities are actually celebrating now. That's a first. The White Horse finally built its barracks. Like, 15 turns too late. No one can say it isn't there, though. Maybe I should tell the governor to prioritize wealth. Can I do that? Because if I can do that, that'd run through this a lot faster. Production. Produce wealth often in all cities. Never, never, never. We're just going to neverify all of them. I don't know if this will affect my queues or not. Boom. I don't know if that'll actually make a difference. Looks like it's making a difference. Somewhat. Some places I am noticing swap over, but others are still trying to build buildings, so maybe not. It's weird. I thought I ordered all of these to bomb. Did they decide they had better things to do? It is Shift and B. That's what I've been clicking. Maybe others were newer. I don't know. Dang it. Here, the ones here? Pretty sure it was these ones. Just bomb the thing so we can take it out and we can get this over with. Okay. Big Panzer. Kill and kill Panther. Dang it. 3 H's, whatever. Kill and kill literally anything. We got it. Mussolini is ours. Okay, these guys. Wake them. All of them move. Okay, that guy still has health to him. At least planes go by really fast. Yeah, those guys don't matter anymore, but I'll send some up anyway. To be clear, yeah, they're already on their way. I just need to get to the auto move and then see if we're still auto bombing or if something weird is stopping it. Yep, we're bombing. Just hammer them, oh my word. We just completely melt the whole city. That's what we like to see. Okay, so I am good to just hold fortify and then push through turns. Just a King Tiger there, being the single strongest unit in the whole world. And he is sadly produced too late to do anything. I guess I never will see a Junker 488. Or a U-boat type 41, 49, one of the two. I think it's 41. Or 21. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them there. Probably a few hundred. So this might be an actual minute or two of just holding a button. I would just go in and fortify them all. But of course, the stack is way too big. Right, I put a bunch in Toronto, but I don't think any 88 stacks were in here. It was just my other stuff. It's got 11 hit points out of vet. 44-38. That is a scary set of numbers. Let's just keep going. We're on Shefferville. I'm going to fortify those guys. Probably. just so that we get the auto-bombing done before actually attacking. Just watch this video be 3 hours, and half of it is absolutely nothing. I don't know, people seem to enjoy this series whether it's action-packed or not, though. And I get it. I don't play Civ 3, because it's a non-stop thriller. Although, it does give you the one more turn syndrome, but I don't think that's a Civ 3 specific thing, from what I understand, and I don't really play the newer Civs. I've tried out Civ 5 and Civ 6, I didn't really like either one. But from what I understand, when you get into those games, they carry over the same sort of feeling, where you start playing and then you just don't want to stop. Every time you think, oh, I'll just do one more turn, how long could it take? But that one more turn syndrome, it just keeps on going. You keep on wanting to try again and do more, and it just never ends. Yeah, we're clearing out the 88 production, which is the majority of what we have. Those are all turning into wealth, which is great for me, because it's going to speed this up a lot. Places are building coastal fortresses, that's funny. Somewhere didn't have a offshore platform? How did that happen? Look at the money I'm raking in, though. We're just going to be bringing in thousands. We actually cleared the resistance in Washington. That means we're going to clear the resistance in New York before this is over. I never thought I'd see that. Suddenly taken all that production power that America had and just bent it to my will. I don't have all the infrastructure put in. Not that I'd need it anyway. Let's be honest, with the amount of money I have, I could field an enormous army of very strong units pretty much out of the blue. I could just start pumping out, I don't know how expensive exactly, a Panzer IV, or a 1943, is it 43 or is it 44 or 45? My King Tigers, I could probably pump several, like a dozen of those things out, just out of the blue, and they'd be unstoppable, or close enough to it. Short of being confronted with Jacksons and heavily fortified cities, nothing would be beating them. As long as I had a few barracks to back them up, they could barrel over an entire country. You really get that to that point in normal Civ, when you get to modern armor. Which I showed, because I have a normal Civ game that's just standard Civ 3, started off, just run through, and yeah, that's the experience that you get there. You get to modern armor, nothing can even fight you anymore. Those would be the rest of the planes from Thunder Bay that I just moved, which is probably another really big stack. Hey, we put in that big road. There we go. Beat the snot out of all of them. I don't know what they're building in York Factory, but it's a lot more than I would have expected. Just the endless wave of units and soldiers that come out of this. I swear, the amount of production... I'm not going to get to the victory point screen when I'm done with this. It shows you some of those statistics. I might. It always breaks the game once you get through it, but but it shows you the amount of production that you've had. It talks about like total tons. I get the feeling the number is going to be so enormous that it's going to be larger than the thing has room to display. Maybe not. That might be a bit ambitious, but you produce huge amounts of stuff if you take a normal Civ game to its conclusion. Something like this, like as big as this is, and I don't know how they calculate that, but the numbers on units in this are so much higher. I don't know. I have no idea what that screen is going to look like. I think I will go through it just for posterity. I put, what, 200-300 turns into this game? I kind of want to see that. Okay, let's see if these guys can pull a win out. So the Stugs have a better attack and more hit points, so they're going to go first to try and clear out the, any infantry. Oh, it is just militia here, though. We're not going to be able to take it, are we? Oh, we did. Okay, I thought they'd have another, another defender underneath. That doesn't matter. Boom. Fortify those guys. Alright. We're just adding insult to injury here. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more turns. We will have Air 3 1944. I won't be able to use any of my new planes, but I think we'll get there. I'm tempted to kick those guys out, just because they take so long to move every time. But it takes a long time to kick units out when they're in big piles like that. What's that 88? Where's that thing going? Is that still coming up here to be put on a transport all the way from, like, Malaysia? I didn't realize I had units coming from that far away still. That might be a recent one, like from one of the convoys in Australia. But I guess since we never took anything of China, it is a pretty long trip to go all the way around Afghanistan and then up into Siberia, instead of just cutting right through China. York Factory is on the water. How did I just realize that? We have not taken the coast yet. We still haven't. The last city is coastal. It's just so far inland that they can't do anything. Man, so that's where that lion came from. The one that came barreling down. Okay. Suddenly things are making sense now. Boy, everyone is so happy. Look at the money. We're almost up to 5,000 a turn. Maybe they're happy that we're no longer building military troops. Or maybe I'm just, every now and then, we're getting to a resistance-cleared city. And so then it starts celebrating. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just places that were resisting us no longer resisting us. Hey, Thunder Bay is finally clear. You know what I think I will do to make this faster? Clear Continental Rally Point. Set the Continental Rally Point. Here. There. And now, hopefully, that should mean all newly produced units go charging down towards the Horn of Africa. Which they will, of course, not reach. Not before this is over, at least. And maybe then I'll have to fortify fewer people. Of course, quite a few people are already on their way to Gibraltar. But those who aren't, maybe that'll speed it up. I want to see also, if I move you over... Okay, I figured they could not be airdropped, but I wanted to double check. They look advanced, I'll give them that. Keep pushing. Hey! What are you gonna do? That one cavalry, he's gonna make the difference. He really, really does think that he's an underdog. Boy, it takes so long for even just my allies to move. It's annoying. Everywhere is starving because of all the pollution. It's cutting out their food. We're clearing New York out, a dozen at a time. I'm curious to see if we'll get it completely clear of resistors before the end. Well, knowing that there is still a coastal city, that does make a little more sense, what Japan is trying to do. I still don't think you can actually reach it, because if it's accessible from the Atlantic, I believe that means it's not accessible from the Pacific without going through Panama or under South America. I believe that going through the Arctic Ocean, either direction, over Asia or over North America, is impossible in this game because of big ice walls. I'm fairly sure that's the case. So I still don't know where Japan's trying to go, but at least now I know why they think there is something to capture still. Yeah, that goes all the way up to the top. And I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere. Yeah, I mean, this body of land. Well, no, that doesn't go all the way. No, it does. Yeah, that connects too. pretty sure we just have one more turn of movement after this one. Or maybe we actually can attack the following turn. Hold on. We attack the following turn? No, we still have to move. Boy, if only I could bomb out a forest. But I know that even if you did do that, and you'd have wiped out a forest with bombers, that would actually make it much worse, because now the terrain would be super hostile. Those cavalry are really trying to capitalize on that one open space up in the snow. The one non-forested, non-hill, non-mountain that they can get one extra movement out of. Well, we did reach it. I kind of want to go over there and hurry a plane so I can see the thing in action just once before we're done. But I'll let it run through this first, because we're going to have to wait another turn anyway. Depending on the range, I might build like 4 of them around it, because I think we've cleared out all those resistors. It's like 600 shields a plane, right? So it's definitely not a cheap option. Okay, so if I go to Thunder Bay, change production, where's the Junker 488? There we are. $4,800 gold. That's a lot. We'll do it. Oh, that one can't. Does that mean Shefferville can't either? Nah, Shefferville can. Haha. I'm curious if they actually look like that, since that's the same model that is used for a few other areas as well. There we go. We're closing in on the last turn. I know it's been annoying this episode, probably, if you've stuck it out this far, but we are getting really close. Just a few more minutes and this is over. Let's go. I wonder if they're bombarding us. If that's what just happened up there. They probably are. It's not going to get you anywhere against a tiger. Japan is just my word. They have just hundreds of infantry flooding into Siberia for no reason. Are you planning an attack? Because this many infantry right here, this would cause me some trouble. They could take most of Asia before I could mount enough soldiers to actually stop them. Of course, I just fly my whole air force in, bomb them all down to one hit point, and then a few transports full of units in Malaysia would just start landing in China. That'd be actually tricky, though. If they were the aggressors in that sort of a confrontation and all of my units were in North America, they could cause some serious harm before I could do anything about it. I'll tell you, though, that's when I would start rushing Panzer 1944s. Because they would not be beaten. Not really. I like how we're putting up coastal fortresses everywhere. That tells me all the AIs probably built coastal fortresses in their cities. If the recommendation is to build them. Then again, I monkeyed around with what we prioritized. That might have changed it a bit. But I only told it to build wealth, so I don't see how that could translate into specifically build coastal fortresses. Okay, you guys, we're just going to pause for right now. Okay. Where did the auto move first? That makes it easy. I didn't want to have to be stuck there watching all of my auto bombings happen, but I also want to see the animations for the new planes. So having that done first means now I can turn animations on and watch the bombings. And I'll be able to tell if we can actually, well, hopefully I'll be able to tell if we can actually kill folks with them or not. Where are my new planes? Didn't I tell you to build it? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. Junker 88s, Heinkels, Messerschmitts, Fortresses, 87Bs. Something weird happened. It changed my production on me. Well, that is sort of depressing. So be it. It's over. Oh, they were actually here bombarding. Well, that's it. So if I contact Italy now, we greet you, we're always happy to trade with you. Yeah, because we have no more enemies for them to say, let's kill them together. That's it. We now have claimed total victory. Power, we were way stronger, especially at the end. Culture, they were beating us soundly all the way until the end. Somehow Brazil and Russia had high culture. I don't know what that's about. Even Colombia had a weirdly high number there. But that could just be because we bumped everyone else off. Okay, I'm going to try to push us to the end screen, just because I do want to see what the stuff is on that point. We'll take a look. I don't know exactly how long it takes. Generally, it's a turn or two before it actually concludes. I think it's at the start of my next turn, but I can't remember. That's a shame, though. I didn't think that it would specifically, like, I thought if I told it to build something, it would do that and then go back to its previous orders. So I never did get to see any of the 488s. Oh well. Just look at that. Whole world is gray. Except for a few spots of color that I would expunge if I could. I wonder if that would have made a real difference in the game overall if I didn't have, like, at least in the speed. If I conquered these other peoples, you know, the Italians and the Japanese mainly, prior to invading North America, if things would have gone a lot faster, because I wouldn't have had to watch this every turn. I at least turned the animations off, but still, it took forever. I'm probably going to be the lowest rated, ranked leader that you can be, because I think they rate about more than just how soundly you thumped your enemies. It also has to do with, you know, really not even cultural and scientific achievement. I think it's diplomatic. Like, they don't look at you well if you conquer all of your enemies for some reason. Like, if that were all that you did, right, you just stole and conquered, that'd be one thing. But if in every normal Civ game, I am also, you know, at the top of the scientific list, I build basically all the wonders, and I have cultural structures in every single city, and yet, it still considers you a bad ruler at the end because you conquered everyone. Which I can see both sides of, you know. You're technically a successful ruler, but you're also probably a terrible human being, so it could go either way. Now, all of these British cities that were revolting up until this point should all be super happy now. It's over. They no longer have a reason. Yeah, London finally is happy. You have achieved a conquest victory. 160 hours. 23 minutes and 35 seconds. My people are covered in lip. What's the lips for? Why? We are the champions. Well, I didn't actually get to the end screen because it glitched out. I think I clicked a wrong button somewhere. Which, you know, my bad. I didn't get a few things I wanted to see, but that doesn't matter. We actually won. World War is finally over, and I can finally move on to something else. I know I took a few breaks throughout this series here and there, but it was always nagging in the back of my mind to go back and finish it, and I had no reason not to, except that it was sort of exhausting. But at the same time, I have now done something I have wanted to do for a very long time. Something I always wanted to see, and honestly probably thought I wouldn't ever really see, given the parameters of the game. But, yeah, we conquered the entire world, and I learned that those late-game techs are there for no reason, because I did it on the highest difficulty, and never even came close to needing to use them. I barely was able to even use my actual, like, King Tigers and Panthers to any real extent. The Panzer 4Hs, I'll give them credit. They came in pretty handy throughout several of those points, but yeah, looks like that is it. We have gone through, this has been quite a journey. This has been a very, very, very long journey, but it has finally come to a close. The World War is over, and I have won again. I know I said I might come back and play this again with other nations. I may not. This has been very taxing, and I don't really want to go through that whole thing with others. I know with the Allies it'd be different, right? Because unless I'm playing Japan or Soviet Russia, which are two of the only options. I've already played with Britain. I've already done now with Germany. So the only other real ally that you can viably play is the US. And that's just a fight against the Axis powers. Unless you want to go after the small neutral powers that are around as well. If you're the US, you probably take Central and South America too, but you don't really have motivation to hit any of the minor powers that are around Asia and Europe. Although you probably would get drawn into conflict with the USSR before too long. You probably have to, honestly, to get a domination victory properly. But yeah, regardless, none of that really matters for this. The game is over at last. And I thank you all for sticking around, those who did, those who continued to offer helpful tips and advice that helped me speed that process up. That was handy stuff. I could not have imagined having to go through all that without those rally points. That would have been a nightmare. But I thank you all for sticking it out, for liking this series, and sticking with it this whole time. Quite a few people have, at least by my usual numbers, and I appreciate that. And I hope you stick around and watch whatever it is that I do next. But that is going to be it for this one. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.